Hello, hello, hello to all of my wonderful Libras. Happy birthday to all of my Libras. We are in Libra season. Libra season started September 23rd, so we are at the tippy top of Libra season all the way until October 22nd. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today to all of my wonderful Libras. What do we know about our Libras before we get right into your reading? Besides the fact that your duality is masculine, your divine masculine Libras, your triplicity is, which means your element is your air, you're the air element. Your quadruplicity is that you're a cardinal sign. So what that means, Libra, is that Libras are active people, very artistic, easygoing, peaceable. You all prize beauty and harmony. You are very diplomatic. You all are very romantic, charming. You're great listeners. You're fair-minded. You're idealist. You're very understanding. You're cooperative. You're dramatic. I'm sorry, diplomatic. Did I say dramatic? If I said dramatic, it's in a good way. But I don't know too many Libras that are dramatic. You're very gracious, and you are very social. And let me make this clear. You all are social in environments where you feel comfortable. That's critical, because not all Libras are social, especially if you don't feel comfortable in an environment, because you all are pretty good at kind of feeling out areas, the spaces that you all are in, right? So your polar opposite sign is the Aries. Again, if you all are interested in finding out why, or you just want a personal reading, my telephone number is 202-460-3205. Okay, so the lucky day for you all is Friday. Your lucky numbers are 6 and 9. Magical birthstone is the opal, because opals bring financial success. It frees its wearer from jealousy and greed and imparts clear insight. Your special colors are blue and lavender. Those are colors of romance, harmony, and refinement. Let's get into your reading. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my wonderful Libras on today. Yes, during Libra season, in all areas of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, also in areas of money and wealth, also in areas of spirituality and where they need to take action, and also in areas of creativity and emotions. What information do we have for our wonderful Libras? I have a special gift for you all too, Libras, at the end of today's reading, so make sure you watch until the end. Let's get into your reading. I want to give a special Libra a special gift. You all know I like to give out gifts every astrological sign season, right? You all are no different. So let's get into your reading and see what the cards have to say. Yeah. All right, Libras, let's get into it. Okay, what do we have here? Okay. Let's move some things around. There's some things that you all are just over, right, Libras? Some things that you all are just over. But guess what? You're coming to the tail end of that, which is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let me tell you why. Because a lot of you all have been fighting your challenges this way. During meditation, this is the Seven of Wands. And so the Seven of Wands is really, really about standing your ground under any kind of attacks whatsoever, right? Really standing your ground, but standing your ground spiritually, which is great, which is awesome. You all are coming in for the last stretch of this, and it's ending sooner than you realize, okay? This is the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, right? So you all have been standing your ground up against someone in that realm, right? And it's coming to an end. It's actually coming to an end. And this is how you're going to be feeling, the Queen of Wands at the end of that, right? So when I say this, when we talk about like polar opposite signs and things like that, it could be somebody with that sign in their natal chart. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's in that's their sun sign, Aries. When I said Aries is your polar opposite sign, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that it's in Aries. Here, if you have Aries in your chart, it could mean that there's some challenges that you just that you were facing, but we're talking about another person in this case, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But you've really, really had to stand your ground up against challenges with this person, right? And so you're coming in for the tail end of that, and this is how you're going to come out of it: vivacious, dynamics, authentic. You're already a very magnetic person. You're very attractive. You're optimistic. You're self-assured, and you're already upbeat, right? But you've had to just kind of woosah. Now, I love my Libras. You know what? Because you all would rather get along with people than fight, right? And you all are very, very diplomatic people, like I said before, socially inclined. But there is a reason why the Aries is your polar opposite. We're not talking about necessarily. Let me break this down. We're not talking about necessarily. Okay, let's say you have. I think someone put on my in the comments section of my page that they actually had Aries in their chart, or they are in Aries that had Libra in their chart, or something to that effect. So we're talking about tapping into the highest vibration of yourself. Even if I tell you, if I say, okay, here's your astrological sign, here's your polar opposite sign, right? You tapping into that thing. But when I'm talking about adversaries, I'm talking about you all are on two different frequencies, and sometimes you're vibrating high, they're vibrating lower, and there's a clash there. That's what I'm talking about, just to be clear. I wish that person who had asked me the question had just reached out and called me, because I would have actually given them a free reading to explain this. But in any event, this person here, like I said, is a fire sign. They have fire in their chart. And this is a person where you had to stand your ground against them. And so you try to do it with a lot of diplomacy. You try to be as cool, calm, and collected, as you could, right? And sometimes it just, but you got to a point where you were just over it, right? You felt like I'm over this. I'm over the challenges, right? And so people who are born under the sign of the scales, like you all are, Libra, you all strive for balance and harmony. And you're really your happiest when your environment is ordered and serene. And so peace for you is worth any price to avoid friction and dissension, right? And so this is very, very important for you. Peace is very important. And so this is how you've had to stand your ground with this person who had all these challenges, right? Because if we think about fire signs, that if they're vibrating at a lower frequency, not a good thing at all, right? And so you all really try to avoid friction and dissension, and sometimes it just cannot be avoided. It's especially when you're dealing with certain types of people. Now, when I talk about Aries being your polar opposite sign, now, of course, we're not talking about Aries on the same frequency, on the same vibration, on the same frequency as you, right? So what I mean by that is that Libra really is a sign of partnership and marriage, right? Not necessarily that you have to be married, but you all like your lives to be pretty balanced, right? And so you are happiest when you're functioning within a union. And so Aries, who is your opposite sign, is really a sign of ego and personality and self. And so Aries really tends to put themselves first, right? And so when they're vibrating on a lower frequency, it comes off as selfishness, and that actually rubs the Libra the wrong way. And that's why that is your polar opposite sign. But I know a lot of very high vibrating Aries, which things are great, with them. And so as long as everybody respects everyone else's boundaries, then you all can operate just fine together. But this person right here, Libra, is a fire sign, and they are not on the same frequency as you, and they have really, really tried and tested your patience, right? You have tried to be as nice as you could possibly be with them, but they are just you know what I'm saying, Libra? They are just really, really just stomping on that reserve nerve. And when I say stomping on that last nerve that you had, and so you just really are just over it. This is the Four of Cups. This is a person who's in rumination mode, and rumination is just giving some real deep thought about some things, right? But you're basically over it. And see how this person is just kind of sort of posted up? They're like, okay, I don't know how much longer I'm going to deal with this. Right? And I'm just over it. So you found a way to go in without the physical fighting and the yelling and screaming, that kind of thing. And we're not talking about violence. We're talking about the yelling and screaming matches and all of that. Because fire signs can be kind of and this is all fire signs, the Sagittarius, the Leo, the Aries, can go from 0 to 1,000, right? And so, and that's if they have not created healthy boundaries. And so this is the King of Cups. This is a person who has clarity, somebody who is just, who knows exactly how to, remember I said, okay, let me see. This is the Seven of Wands and this is the King of Cups, right? So this is a person who is just very clear about where they are. The King of Cups is a person who is very much almost like the Queen of Cups, right? In a sense that you have a very big heart. You genuinely like people, right? But when it's that time when you have to deal with somebody who is not on the same frequency as you and somebody who is a major challenge for you, you have to stand your ground. But this is how you stand your ground, and this is how you stand your ground. So for a lot of you, you all have decided, okay, I'm going to go to the beach, I'm going to be outside with nature, and I'm going to draw in all that good energy from nature, okay, to see. Look, not only that, okay, so you are also emotionally wounded. This right here, this Five of Pentacles, that has to do with your money. Emotionally wounded, and money is attached somehow to it. And so for some of you, it could mean that it's a family member or a romantic interest or somebody that you deeply, deeply cared about, for you to maybe to some degree lose money when it came to this particular situation. And that's why it was so difficult, because you tried to be as diplomatic and as agreeable as you possibly could, but it just did not, just did not work out that way. You really, really had to find another way of fighting this, and maybe yoga, maybe something that really, because this is something, because my air signs, your chakra is the heart chakra, right? That's the element that's assigned to air. Air signs is your heart chakra, right? So this really, really touched your heart. For them, they may have felt like you were attacking their personal identity, because that's what it is for fire signs, your sacral chakra. But nevertheless, you felt like, okay, this thing is not going to, I'm going to have to find another way around this. I'm just going to have to find another way around this, because this is just not a good situation. And I'm kind of just over it. Matter of fact, when I said, okay, I meant to say your solar plexus chakra for the fire signs, the solar plexus chakra, where it's actually attacking personal power and identity. So for them, they felt like you were attacking their personal power and their identity. And so their solar plexus chakra was probably either underactive or overactive. For you, it felt like your heart was just really, really hurting because of this, whatever this situation is. That's also attacked your money, which was for the pentacles, it's attached to earth signs, earth elements, right? So attacking your stability and your security and money and all of those things. And so you were feeling really emotionally wounded. And so the best way for you to go into this is say, okay, I need to meditate, I need to pray, I need to, engage in some kind of yoga or something that's going to clear all of this up for me. And so the outcome for you, I'm going to show you what the outcome is, because the outcome is really, really good for you, actually. Yes. You won't have to worry about, okay, so this is the Hangman, right? This is attached to you being patient, and this is the Sun card, right? This is attached to the Leo. This is about you being patient, right? Being patient with the entire process, knowing that things are going to work out in your favor, really working out in your favor. This is the Magician card. The Magician card is telling me that you have things within, you have access to infinite money and wealth. You have access to unlimited power and intellect to get everything that it is that you need. And actually, you're gaining an advantage, to be honest with you. This is how you're gaining an advantage, through prayer and meditation. This is how you're gaining an advantage. And this is how it comes out for you, because you have the ability to really tap in to this toolbox of things that you didn't even realize you had, right? And so you're able to manifest any amount of money you want and wealth that you want. This is how it turns out for you. Very, very sunny. Very nice. See, were you emotionally wounded when it came to money? Not anymore. Not anymore, right? And so look how you come out like a lion. Remember I said the sun card is attached to the Leo? Look at this. The wands. You come out like a lion. So to some degree, they were trying to attack your personal power and identity, but they were trying to flip the script to make it seem like it was the other way around, and it was not the other way around. This is what they were trying to do for you. They were really trying to gaslight you, right? And so isn't it interesting when people try to gaslight you to try to make it seem like you're the one that's going crazy? And you're like, no, I'm not crazy at all. So anyway, you came out like a lion, right? Very, very, this is a person who is a visionary, has entrepreneurial spirit, and also is a leader. And this is how you came out of this situation. I want to get in real close so you can see this. This is the King of Wands. And look at that lion back there. That's you. Very vivacious, right? So when I talk about time, I'm talking about time being an illusion, because most of the time when people think about time, they're adding a measurement to it, some sort of measurement. Like, when is this going to happen? Is it going to be today, tomorrow, next week, whatever? But time being an illusion, everything has to do with you understanding this right here and this, right? You've been praying, you've been fasting, maybe you've been fasting. And when I say fasting, doesn't necessarily mean just from food. You may have been fasting from social media. You may have been fasting from any kind of negativity or whatever, just kind of sort of not necessarily isolating yourself, but just taking some time out for you, Libras. And you're coming in for the last stretch of this. So just be in expectancy mode that all of this is going to all the challenges that you went through before is going to come to an end. So I know you're over it. And guess what? This is about keeping your perspective, changing your perspective from pessimistic to optimistic, looking at the glass half full, right? Taking advantage of every opportunity that comes. So how does that look for you, Libra? What that means is on the days every day that you wake up, first of all, you say, okay, I'm just grateful to be alive. Right? I'm just really grateful to be alive. Because guess what? When you think about other Libras, you think about people like Barbara Walters, Jesse Jackson, Simon Cowell, Julie Andrews, who else? Matt Damon, Julio Iglesias. I have to go off my memory now, but some of the people that I remember who are Libras. Cheryl Teagues, the singer Usher. These people like you, these are people who would rather get along, who likes things balanced in their lives, right? And so sometimes, just like them, you come across very challenging people, very challenging things that really, really want to test your patience. And so this is the best way to do it. This is how you gain an advantage. This is how you gain an advantage, Libra, okay? You go into meditation mode. Sometimes you need to be near the water. You collect all your emotions and you give it out. You put all that negative energy out into the universe. You just send it out there. And how you do that, and you repel that energy by loving yourself deeper and harder, right? This is how you repel it, not put it out there, but this is how you repel that negative energy. You get into your meditation mode, because this is how you gain an advantage. And people don't even know how you keep coming out on top of things, right? How do you keep coming out on top of things? Gwyneth Paltrow is also, a Libra. Ed Sullivan, Sting is a Libra. Who else? Ashley Simpson. We have so many people. Tim Robbins, Kelly Ripa. So many people. Mickey Rooney, Eleanor Roosevelt, Susan Sarandon, George C. Scott. We have so many Libras out here that you can really, really look and say, you know what? And these people are in history books. These are people that are celebrated, right? And you have the same thing inside of you that they have inside of them. And this is what I want you to see, is that you don't have to be in a position where you feel like, okay, I'm going to snap at any given moment. Let's pull an oracle card and see what number is on the oracle card. I love oracle cards. Again, if you're interested in a personal reading, my number is 202-460-3205. Both in the United States and outside of the United States. If you're calling from outside of the United States, please contact me at the same number, 202-460-3205. Use the country code number 1, +1, and use the app WhatsApp. It's going to save you tons of money, because it's pulling from the internet versus using your data. worthiness. Yes, 9, worthiness. You are absolutely worthy of having the life that you deserve. You do not have to be in a situation where you're dealing with people who are causing you all kinds of frictions and trying to get you off your balance, off your kilter, right? So I love the number 9. The number 9. First of all, those relationships really need to fade into the black. Fade to the black, just like this card right here, fade to the black. But I love the number 9 because the number 9 is really about transformation. You're in a transformative state, and so something needs to end to begin again. And so sometimes relationships need to end so that that part of you can just, like, again, hit the reset button and you just flourish into the person who you've always been. See, like on this sun card right here? Look, this sun card right here. This is you. Arms up to the sun, just getting all that vitamin D, feeling great about life, and just living your best life on fire. That's who you are, right? So that's what the number 9 is about. And remember I said for my Libras, I have a special gift for the first Libra that contacts me. I'm going to send you this book. This is my book. It is Gently Used. I'm going to autograph this book for a Libra that sends me an email. Send me an email just letting me know that you would like this book. Again, this is an absolutely great book. I have to order another one for myself. And I actually paid more for this book than they actually sell it on Amazon. I paid like $7 more than they actually pay for it on Amazon. But I'm going to autograph this book for a Libra. And it's just going to say, Happy Birthday, Libra. Or if you send me your name, I will write your name in it and then autograph the book for you. But again, this is a special gift that I want to give to the first Libra. I only have one of these books. So the first Libra that reaches out to me to let me know that this is the book that they want. They watched this video from start to finish, and this is the book that you want, the first Libra. And I'm going by time and date stamps. I will send this to you. And again, happy birthday to all of my Libras. It is officially Libra season. You all are just some fantastic people and keep rising to the top. Okay? Bye.